Some things never change, and Jeff's pick is the perfect example. It's been around at the same location since 1946. Oh, and the booths there make for a very private dining experience. It's on Bush in San Francisco, and it's called Sam's Grill and Seafood Restaurant.
My name is Christina Solorio, and I work at Sam's Grill and Seafood Restaurant. Sam's was established in 1867, and we've been in San Francisco that whole time in the same location since 1946. The waiters place their orders in our kitchen using just a verbal ordering system. No computers, no checks. And the kitchen memorizes everything, who ordered what, how they want it cooked. They remember everything, and it's a true testament to the old school way of working in a restaurant and placing your orders. A lot of times our customers will walk in and the bartender will start pouring his drink right when he walks in. Part of the culture of being at Sam's is remembering what their favorite tables are, drinks, entrees. The customer loves it, especially when they come in with clients or something. Sam's customers come in here for comfort food and familiar surroundings. Same wait staff, same food. It's a comfortable environment. We print our menus daily because we order all our fish fresh every morning. When the head chef comes in, he orders everything according to what's going to be delivered fresh. We don't serve frozen fish. We don't serve farmed fish. Everything is wild. Big servings, good food, good quality.
Now, Jeff, I don't think I've ever heard a number this large. How many times have you been to Sam's Grill?
By my calculation, I would say in 35 years of business in San Francisco, probably 1,000 times.
1,000 times?
1,000 times.
At one restaurant.
That's where the clients want to go. You take them there.
So I would consider you an expert on Sam's.
I would think so.
All right. Tell me why you go there so much.
Well, I have a little nostalgia. I had my first ever business lunch there in 1975, and the guys in the office took me down there, and we stayed for 4 hours and ate and drank a lot, so that got my attention. I thought, I'm not going to see 40 if I keep doing this. But what I really like about the restaurant, love about the restaurant, is the reverence for the old San Francisco traditions and the old-fashioned environment of the San Francisco original restaurants. 1867 is when it was founded. And I especially like the emphasis on fresh local seafood, West Coast indigenous seafood. A lot of dishes you can't get anywhere else in the country, and maybe a few San Francisco places, but Rex sole, charcoal grilled petrale sole, and this restaurant was one of the very first in the country to use charcoal grills. But nothing on it. The fish doesn't need a lot. It doesn't need 10 spices. It doesn't need a lot of sauces. The fish is so fresh and so high quality. Their quality is absolutely the best, but their crab meat and their shrimps and their the side dishes especially, I think, are very special. But if you ask the waiters what is fresh, you'll get a list of what is just right out of the sea. Right out of the sea.
All right, now I see you're over here going,
they're leaning.
All right. Come on, JR, tell us.
What I will say is that if you do want fresh seafood, Sam's Grill and Seafood is definitely the place to go to. But what I found is that, you know, with the freshness, what you paid for was kind of like the lack of flavor. We ordered the crab cakes for starters, and it had a little bit more like a runny consistency than what I was used to. The tartar sauce that accompanied it tasted like it was actually kind of like pure mayonnaise. We were trying to search for, you know, the radishes and some of the other spices that normally go into it, but overall, that kind of set the trend for the rest of the meal.
So you found fresh, but you didn't think it had flavor?
Yes.
Okay, what else did you have?
We ordered several entrees. We started with the Alaskan halibut, the linguine with scallops, and then also the sautéed shellfish platter. And all in all, I mean, it was very fresh, but I thought that it was bland.
I mean, how do you respond to that? Because you've been there so many times. Do you feel like he's missing the point on this?
I think when you have a charcoal grilled fish with a tiny little bit of butter sauce on it, and I absolutely love the tartar sauce. I know all the sauces are made freshly, and then with the fantastic side dishes. The best creamed spinach in San Francisco, wonderful French fried zucchini, and eggplant are terrific. This
And Liz,
crispy
did you
brown
have?
hash browns.
What did you have? Because
Well, yeah, my experience was a little bit different. I think it was a little bit more similar to yours. I started with the oysters because I knew that I think it even used to be an oyster house or something. So it seemed like
it did absolutely.
You know, oysters were the appropriate thing to have. I did like the oysters; they were extremely fresh, and they served them with a Worcestershire sauce.
Right.
Very different. It's like Worcestershire and lemon. And the waiter said, you know, this is what we've done traditionally.
Classic place, classic spot.
If you don't like it, we'll bring you something else. But I did quite like that. And then I had the sautéed seafood for my entree, and the guest that I went with had filet mignon. We want to try two, you know, very different things.
Right.
And we had the same thing. We felt it was a little bit bland. Especially when taking the cost into consideration, we felt that it was expensive for kind of like what we got. It was just, it was fresh, it was well prepared, but I wasn't very excited by it.
Okay.
So,
Come on, you want to sit in one of those booths and have a high-powered
did.
business meeting,
Yes,
or
I
sit in one of
did.
those booths and have a romantic interlude, right? Don't you?
You know, it's funny because I made a reservation and we went past all the booths, and then they sat us sort of by the kitchen and kind of this awkward table, and I thought, oh, I'm not feeling very special. It just felt sort of like we were walk-ins a little bit.
I just felt like with these prices that they're going to be charging, there's a certain level of expectation that a diner should have, and with it, I think there should be a certain ambiance, which I definitely had a problem with.
Did you have something to drink, because they have kind of a classic old bar
Classic
too,
old bar,
making
right.
Manhattans and great, you know, and a nice California wine list.
Yeah, and a fantastic bartender named Tom who makes he makes a Bloody Mary you can see through, which always amused me. But, you don't want to drink those if you're going back to work. But it's a classic old-fashioned cocktails and basic seafood and meats, and as I say, wonderful local side dishes. And lunch is really bustling. And lunch has a different energy level. It really
Because
does.
it's business.
And
I mean,
it's
it's
business.
obviously
It's filled. It's
financial
filled. You have to
district.
stand at the bar and see everyone and say hi. And if you want a booth, you have to ask for a booth.
Okay.
I usually
There you
do.
go.
Now I know.
There
Now
you
I
go.
know.
If you
Ask
want
for
a
the
booth, ask for a booth. Okay.
I will say though that our waiter was so charming. I mean, he totally took care of us. Wow. He just made sure we had everything we needed. His recommendations were definitely good for what we wanted. So that was good. That was probably my favorite part of it was our waiter. I hated our table, but I thought our waiter was great. And it was that old world kind of style. I mean, you know, very gentlemanly.
Not too obtrusive.
Not too obtrusive, but the same thing on the vegetables. You know, when we had broccoli as a side dish and potatoes, they just didn't have anything on them. It almost felt like sort of country club food to me. And for the prices that I'm paying in a city as vibrant as San Francisco, I just wanted it to be a little bit more. But our waiter was lovely. He was great.
Did you have the bread, by the way?
Oh yes, the bread was delicious.
That bread is so special.
That bread was
You can't find
wonderful.
that kind of bread anywhere else.
Yeah. Did you have it?
I didn't have the bread.
Didn't have the sourdough?
The sourdough bread, right? They're known for their sourdough bread.
definitely.
Is that
Absolutely.
something that's normally that's something that's at the table, right?
Oh yeah.
They bring it right to your table.
Oh, we didn't get that.
Ooh, you're so
That's
bad.
very unusual.
You didn't get it? Oh, that was wow.
Oh.
All right, Jeff, Sam's Grill is your spot, so give us a summary.
Sam's Grill, great place to step back into history, old San Francisco atmosphere, old San Francisco service, fantastic West Coast seafood, prepared just the way I love it.
And Liz, your thoughts on Sam's Grill?
Sam's Grill is definitely a classic. It's like stepping back in time. I wish it would step forward just a little bit more, but I would go for the fresh oysters.
All right, and JR?
Sam's Grill, an institution in San Francisco since 1867, and I'm not sure why.
If you would like to try Sam's Grill and Seafood Restaurant, it's on Bush at Kearny in San Francisco. The telephone number is 415-421-0594. It's open for lunch and dinner Monday through Friday, and dinner only on Saturday, then closed on Sunday. Reservations are recommended, and the average tab per person without drinks is around $35.